Well, it's a very wet day. It's not a good day to be here, but we're very determined. We're Christians and we believe that nuclear weapons are something that are immoral and something that as Christians we shouldn't support. We think nuclear weapons don't make us safe. They don't have much to do with defence. They're just posturing. And the money spent in nuclear weapons is an obscene amount of money that could be better spent. We've done this a couple of times before. We're just going to turn our backs as our, if you like, our rejection of nuclear weapons, our rejection of what is going on here.
I'm in Charlton. I have belonged to the Scottish Justice and Peace Commission for many years, and I've been attending meetings, rallies, protests, demonstrations at this point over the years in a personal capacity and also more recently as Bishop Tartaglia's representative on peace.
You know, it staggers me to say that within this very Archdiocese of Glasgow at Faslane on the River Clyde, there is actually a nuclear arsenal. Even the thought, far less the prospect of a nuclear war, is beyond terrifying. It would certainly be a war with no winners, only losers. It would be a war of total destruction. And that just can't be right. But our government, along with other governments, believes that a nuclear deterrent is necessary for security in the world today. And as we have seen even recently, this policy is a balancing act. It's a balance of terror, and that in itself raises all kinds of moral dilemmas because the risks are immense. So in order to rid the world of nuclear weapons and weapons of mass destruction, a great change of heart on all sides is required. And that's what I call for today. That's what I hope for, and that's what I pray for.
Our witnessing to what is immoral and abhorrent is not confined to a holy time, but continues into the whole of our life, today, tomorrow, and the days to come. In turning our backs on any argument for the continued existence of nuclear arms, we resolve to keep pursuing their eradication from the earth.
Here today because I don't think Jesus would have approved of weapons of mass destruction, and as a Christian, they are things that I think we ought to get rid of.
We believe that countries should defend themselves, but a nuclear weapon is a weapon of mass destruction. You fire a nuclear weapon, millions of innocent people will be killed. Jesus would never condone such a thing, and as followers of Jesus we feel we have to follow him.
If society has faith in Christ as the Prince of Peace, then people would relate to each other in peace and love. At the present moment, nuclear weapons are the biggest single threat to the survival of humanity, and therefore I believe that all Christians, indeed all people of faith, ought to come together to say no, we will not have them.
To me, the premise, the basis of any argument is that Trident is essentially an immoral and illegal weapon, and the arguments have to operate from that basis. You then work out what you do, what kind of defence you want, how you deal with jobs, but that's the basis of the argument as far as I'm concerned. Pope Francis, who has declared, quite unequivocally the evil of nuclear weapons, we can say that we started off by saying that to use nuclear weapons is morally wrong. We then advanced to say to threaten their use is also morally wrong. It's only one small step to say to possess these weapons is also morally wrong. So we are saying that for our country to possess these weapons is a moral evil. And this is what we are here to witness today, a coming together of all Christians who support this philosophy that Christ said he was the Prince of Peace and that we are to love one another. That's our first commandment.
The United Kingdom signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty back in 1968, and that treaty's been a great success because it was expected that a large number of nations would start to produce and manufacture their own nuclear weapons. Now, in fact, there are only 9 nuclear weapon states, and this treaty has been one of the most successful treaties of any disarmament treaty at all. But Article 6 of the treaty was obliging those who have nuclear weapons to work towards disarmament, and that part of the treaty has not worked. And in fact, now Britain is renewing all its nuclear weapons facilities, the submarines, the missiles, over the next period of time. And it means that by 2060, almost 100 years after signing that treaty, we will still have nuclear weapons. Recent popes have been urging nuclear states not to accept the status quo, pointing out that deterrence is not peace and that they should work towards disarmament. It's good to see a growing number of countries signing up to a ban on nuclear weapons, and that is the way forward. These weapons should be banned, and those who have them should be given time to dismantle them and get rid of them.